Howdy folks, last year I picked up this Craftsman Table saw and there was a few problems. Like this is an aftermarket piece and it was all that came with the saw at the time. So I went ahead and made a plywood one because I wanted one with a wider throat for when I do an angle, because obviously this is going to be a problem. I could cut it in, but there was another problem. There's no riving knife back here. And that kind of like, it helps to prevent kickback, so it would be nice to have that accessory built back into the saw. And I got thinking about it the other day and I suddenly realized, why not 3D print one? Yeah, let's talk about 3D printing. Okay, while we're back, and the first thing I had to look at was this right here, the size. Yeah. it's rather large. Yeah. This is going to be a fairly big print and you need a fairly big machine to do this. I have an LK5 Pro from Longer, and the bed actually wouldn't take this until I did something silly. It just simply turned it sideways like this and I was able to get it to fit within the size of the bed on the printer. So I was able to make this part. This is just I guess you could say an early start with just proof of concept, whether we could duplicate everything that was here and get these parts here correct, get the length correct, and actually just fit it on the printer. So it was like, it's an interesting thing. I had talked about honeycombing before, and I thought I'd show this to you guys because I cut this off early so you could see it. And there's the type of interior of a 3D print that's very classic. It's all honeycombed with triangles inside, which actually makes the model very strong. I handed a part to an older gentleman this morning and said, here, try to break it or something. And he tried to bend the model at the time, and he was shocked at how strong the model actually was. We're making some stuff on the 3D printers right now. As a matter of fact, they're all running. The little print farm is running. Yes, up and running today. But I've still got these two holes to locate. Then I've got a custom cut in this slot over here, and then there's a lock screw right here. And there's one other thing here that bothers me that they did that I sort of, I'm going to 3D print it obviously, but this particular aftermarket one here only comes with a little pin. And there's actually a whole tongue right back here that you could lock this end up under, so that this locks in, so that obviously the saw blade doesn't catch it and try to fling it up in your face, but also the screw here secures the whole thing so it can't come loose or shake around or get out of there. So again, this here has got to be duplicated over here, and it has to be accurate because this is actually a lockdown screw that goes into the machine to help hold everything in place. So it's an interesting project, and I thought I'd share it with you, even though it's a little early. I've got a 3D printer farm here running right now that's kind of keeping me a bit busy, but we'll get back to this and we'll finish drawing this up and make one out of a 3D printer. The other thing was the adjustment screws here. If you 3D print something, a lot of times you can accurately measure these with a dial indicator and get the exact thickness you need, so you don't need to have adjustment screws or anything for this plate. So as long as the plate is almost perfectly with this surface, theoretically I shouldn't need these screws, so I'm probably not going to do that. I'll probably just make a blank with the slot, the two I guess we'll call them finger holes, and the lockdown screw, and then at the back of this I'll put a tongue back here that will help lock this up underneath the saw where it locks in here on the Craftsman saw. The saw came, like I said, just with this, and the other pieces to the saw, I guess, had been lost or whatever happened. The gentleman had passed away, so nobody could answer any questions. His wife didn't know really gobbledygoo about it, so nobody could help me out. But wanted today just to show you a little bit about this with 3D printing. And this is the other point I have, I guess. There's a new machine out that's really fast, and everybody's talking about it. It's all the rage, is the VenLab carbon, also the VenLab P1P, which it's not a bad price for a machine if it's that fast. But I'm hoping Bamboo will Lab will come out with something a little bigger, because this would be just impossible to make on the VenLab 3D. You just can't do it. It's just too big. In fact, all 4 of my printers that are running right now for the printer farm cannot manufacture this part because it's just too big for them. There's just no way to, you know, get it on the bed. Let's move on. Well, I figured I'd bring you over here to the 3D print farm. It's running today, you know. This one ran out of spooling, so I've got to get some more. I've got to put another load of filament on it so we can get it back to work on the King Rune machine. But the other three are, of course, still pumping parts away. One of the things about this was that I have all these different machines in here. That's a big no-no for a print farm. You really don't want to do this. You know, you want the same machine. Like if you get the Prusa or something like that, you want all of them to be that. You don't want a mixture of different machines. It just so happens to have them, and I got thinking about it. It's like, why don't we just throw a printer farm together and just, you know, make some parts and manufacture and, you know, see how it all goes. And so this is kind of a, I guess you could say, a journey towards testing the idea of a printer farm and just see what does that look like, you know, in hard dollars and numbers and everything. So it's going to be an interesting adventure down the road. Well, we're back at the bench where we do the draw. I need a cowboy hat. Oh no. We'll be right back. This is our favorite hat. Okay, I made the tickets small so they'll go in the hat. We can mix them up good. And also have, Monday we've got a new tool in that is innovative. Like, I can't believe what it's going to do, but it's like, Monday we'll find out. Meantime, let's get this drawn. Somebody out there that's a viewer will get themselves a brand new from VenLab, the clamp-on probe, also multimeter, and takes temperature. So it does a little bit of everything. It is really a nice, it's a very nice unit, very nice unit. So in the meantime, I cut all the tickets up, and I got a pile of them here. Whew, yeah. And we will put all the tickets in the hat. Need that hat that was it Haas used to have in that show. Was it Ponderosa? Yeah, that great big, you know. Yeah, we're doing this Texas style. We're doing a cowboy hat here raw. We're putting her in the hat. We'll mix them up good, and then we'll find out who's getting this beautiful meter. Man, that's a nice meter. And again, I got to thank VenLab for sending two over so we can give one away. That's always nice. That is a nice amp probe meter or clamp-on meter. Haven't had a good one around for a long time, and they're nice to have. Especially, we'll be working on solar power pretty soon, and that's going to really make a difference. Now, meantime, I've got a ticket. Let's see where this is going. I have never even seen this state in these tickets before. So, wow, South Dakota. And it looks like Mobridge, yeah, Jared. Well, you lucky little W. Yeah. Yes, sir, Jared, congratulations. You're getting the clamp-on amp meter. Wow, what a, amazing. I don't even have, we have multiple entries from all the states, and here I've got one guy from South Dakota in the whole state. How many people live up there? Not too many, I guess. I don't know. But Jared, the cowboy hat was lucky for you. That's all I can tell you. Now, let's see what we're giving away next Thursday. Yeah. I'll try to make sure there's a link for anything in the description below that was on today, such as the VC600D from VenLab. Next Thursday, we're giving away another VenLab, but this VenLab is the AC voltage detector. It has a really good laser, has a pretty good flashlight, and it also detects AC. So it's a nice tool. And again, thank you for VenLab for sending this over. We did a quick review on it, and I must say the laser was a lot of fun, very impressive. If you have cats, you can probably drive them crazy with this thing. So to get in on the draw for next Thursday for this, just write to ctrewards@gmx.com, and I'll put that up here so you can see it. And just an email. In the subject line, we'll just let's just write. How about? It's got to keep these short, so we'll just say Ven, V-E-N, in the subject line, and then on the body of your email, just your name and your address. That's all. That was it. How easy can that be, right? And just one entry per household. At the end of the draw, such as today, We delete the entire email box. We wipe the whole thing clean, and then we go into the deleted files within the computer and delete that as well. We then go to the history of everything and delete. We clean the computer out, so there's no trace of anything to make sure that even the FBI can't find you afterwards, okay? You know, yeah. But anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching Coffee and Tools, and please like, share, and subscribe, and please check in on Monday. Monday we've got like I said, it's going to be an interesting tool to see how this works. Innovative, could be really good for some people. We'll find out, right? In the meantime, I got to get out of here, and wow, congratulations, Jared. Over and out.